Hi, welcome once again to Wild Adventures videos. My name is Wendell Howe, and today we are going in search of Kruger's gold. Now, the history of South Africa tells us that during the civil war in South Africa, known as the Boer War or the South African War, between 1899 and 1902, during that period the British attacked Pretoria, and at that point the Boer forces took the gold bullion from their reserve bank and transported it towards the east, towards what is today Maputo, which was then Delagoa Bay. And it was transported on a train with Paul Kruger, and Paul Kruger left to Europe, where he in the end died. And it is said that this gold bullion was used to support the war efforts. However, a lot of experts and others, historians, say that some of that gold did not go with Paul Kruger. There's also other gold that was produced in the area where I'm standing in right now, the eastern part of South Africa, which used to be known as the Eastern Transvaal, in a place called Pilgrims Rest, which is just over the mountain, which they called the Goudpond te Velde, which, if you had to translate, that means the gold pounds produced in the veld, or the bush, as you can see behind me. And that is part of the gold bullion which was said to have gone with Paul Kruger. However, other historians say a lot of that gold remained hidden in the Eastern Transvaal, and today we are going in search of some of that gold. Now, it's actually quite a lengthy walk from the extraction point down to where one of the old mines were, where it is said that possibly the Kruger's gold was hidden. It's about an hour or 2 to 2 hours walk from the extraction into this canyon to try and go and get into the cave system. And it's a very steep track which is still used today. This was used by the Boers to hide away from the British forces in the 1800s, but today it is still used by illegal gold miners called Zamas, and they still live in these valleys, so you've got to be careful when coming in here. Some of them are armed to the teeth, and they still do illegal gold mining in this area. So we're walking down into one of the gold-rich valleys of the Eastern Transvaal, now called Mpumalanga. We're about 20 kilometers away from Pilgrims Rest itself, where the gold coins were minted. And as you can see, still a beautiful area today. You can hear the river in the background. Now, after a couple of hours of walking, you get onto this old ox wagon trail that you can see behind me over here, and that ox wagon trail goes towards the mine. This ox wagon trail on the other direction heads towards Pilgrims Rest. see the tracks which cut into the sand going down towards the river. Another thing you've got to be careful of when walking in this direction, there are a lot of snakes around which live close to the water, as there's a lot of indigenous fauna that they can hunt for their food. Some of the wonderful views you see in this area. Yeah, some of the evidence of the old gold mining that took place in this area at the bottom of the waterfall. If you have a look to the left, you can even see old sleepers and railway line which possibly was used with cooker pans. Here we have evidence that this was a mine behind that waterfall at the turn of the century, and that is around about the late 1800s. This is a type of winch or pulley, and they must have had a cable from here going into the rock on the other side. Now, next part of exploration here is we have to swim to the entrance of the old mine. We are ready for our swim. What an amazing entrance to a mine, to a cave behind a waterfall. Unbelievable. And yeah, possibly is Kruger's gold. So as we're doing, as I was going up into the cave over there, as I said, watch out for snakes, and there we have him, but I think it's a harmless green, or one of the water snakes, but there's a lot of rubble in the background there. As you can see, we've entered the cave here. Now we'll try and see with the metal detector if we can find something. You can hear the waterfall just on the other side of the entrance. But as we entered into the cave, and as I was entering and I wanted to go further, there's actually two tunnels, one behind us over here, and you can see some of the supports that have been put there long time ago to keep the wall, the roof up. So this must have been mined. But further down there's a big tunnel in the background, but unfortunately there was a snake right in the entrance to that tunnel, so quite difficult. We'll have to come with a bigger expedition at some point. Now time to head back and go and see what footage we got. Well folks, we hope you've enjoyed another adventure with us at Wild Adventures. If you have, please like and subscribe to our channel. Till next time, ciao.